Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chalavet Movies. My name is John and this video is going to be what I've picked up recently from HMV, CEX and also Amazon US. So I'll be getting into these in just a moment. But first of all, I just want to give a quick shout out to my good friend Helena and also her dog Megan. I said I would do this shout out to you, Helena, and here I am. Also, I'd like to give you birds a quick shout out as well, Helena, but unfortunately there's that many of them I haven't got the time in this video. So that's a quick shout out to my good friend Helena. Also, I'm going to be doing a few shared live streams as well. Now, these are going to take place probably towards the end of the month. I'm busy setting up the sort of details of this. So know that there's going to be some evening live streams coming. It won't be one a week, or it won't be a certain date. You'll get plenty of notice when these happen, but at this moment it's just in the development stages. But I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to get into live streams with a fellow guest. So I'm reaching out to a few people and those are in the process of getting sorted. So that's just a quick heads up that that's going to be coming hopefully towards the end of November, if not definitely in December. So the first thing I picked up from CEX was Arrival. Now this movie has always appealed to us, but mainly because Amy Adams is in it, and I think I'm becoming a big fan of Amy Adams at this point. And also it's directed by Denis Villeneuve, I think that's his name, and he directed the latest Dune film and also Blade Runner 2049, and I've had great times with those movies, so I thought I need to check out some more of his movies. And when I saw that Amy Adams was in this movie, I thought that's a day one purchase. So the reason why I've got it on Blu Ray is because I don't know if I like it. That's another thing. I know it is on 4K. If I do like this movie, then I'll upgrade to 4K. But I've checked a bit of the Blu Ray out, and actually the Blu Ray looks really good. It's one of those ones where maybe the Blu Ray and the 4K are quite close. So if the 4K isn't much of an upgrade on this, I'll stick with the Blu Ray. But I'm quite interested to watch this because with the previous work of this director that I've seen, I've thought, wow, I really need to see some of his other stuff out because I just like the way that he sort of tackles his movies. He comes across a little bit like a sort of Stanley Kubrick-esque type of director, and that ticks a lot of boxes for me. So yes, so that's Arrival. Next up from CEX, I got The Neon Demon. Now this is directed by the director of Drive. Now that's a great movie. I love that movie, and especially I love the way that it looks and sounds. That's one of the things that drew me into Drive. It had this sort of really sort of neon look to it actually, and also the music in it is sort of this keyboard music. It's very 80s. Just really enjoyed it. So for that reason, this was always on my radar to get, and when I saw it cheap in CEX, I thought, right, this is the time to pounce. I have checked it out, and it does look very neon. It's also got that otherworldly look that Drive had. Like I say, the sort of the look of Drive was amazing. So this one sort of carries on in that, and for that reason, a bit like Arrival, I like the look of these movies as well as what probably is in them. Although Drive was a great film, I'm really interested to check this out. So that's The Neon Demon. So next from CEX, I picked up a box set. I was really happy to pick out this box set because it's one of the ones that I was really after, but I haven't seen it cheap in the wild at all. So what I did was I thought I'll get that, and the best thing about it was it's complete, it's in great condition. The worst thing about it is, of course, the stickers. Now I managed to get the price tag off, which is no problem at all. The other sticker, the one that tells you if you bring these things back, we will exchange them. I think we could work that out by now, CEX. I don't think that anybody needs that sticker on anymore. Or just put a big sticker on the shelf and say, by the way, or a big little bit of cardboard along the top of the shelf to say, we will exchange these things. So of course you take it off, you get a little bit of damage. But anyway, the thing I got, the box set I got was the 4 Marx Brothers Box Set that features Monkey Business, Horse Feathers, The Coconuts, Animal Crackers and Duck Soup. Now I've been after this for quite a while. I love the Marx Brothers, but I realised when I've watched this, when I've got this, that I thought I haven't seen a Marx Brothers film for the longest time. Now the sticker damage is just situated there. Now as you can see, when I took it off, it started to take some of the paper off as well. Luckily, it's kind of on the fella's forehead, so you can't, unless you look at it, you can't really see it. But I just wonder where CEX sometimes get the brains from to stick these really sticky stickers on something like this. There's no reason to stick it on this. Stick it on a case, that's bad enough to get it off there. But to stick it on there, I mean, come on. Just the sense of that is, well, there's no sense in it at all. So anyway, in this box set, you get this Duck Soup. Now these are all remastered in 4K, and I checked Duck Soup out. and it looks really good. Now, I love these old black and white movies that have been restored, fully restored, and I was quite surprised that Arrow would actually release these, and then I thought about getting them like singular, and I thought, no, I'll get the box set sometime, and then lo and behold, it just turned up. So that's Duck Soup. The other ones have 2 movies on each disc, and this one is Animal Crackers and the Coconuts. Now, I know I've seen all these movies. These movies used to be on TV all the time. So, and the next one is Monkey Business and Horse Feathers. Now, these ones are in high definition, high definition Blu Ray. These ones. This one is scanned and restored from a 4K original film elements, and this one isn't, by the way, but this one is. This one's a 4K restoration as well. So these movies, in essence, are probably the best. I don't know how many movies that the Marx Brothers did. If you're considering checking out the Marx Brothers, I would say start with this set or start with some of these movies. These are what you would call the best or the definitive ones. I think there's another one called The Night of the Races as well, which isn't on here, but I'm sure I can track that one down. So that's the 4 Marx Brothers at Paramount, 1929 to 1933. Well, actually, if there's one that's 1929, that might be a silent one or borderline talkie. So next I went to HMV and I looked in on the shelves, and there's 2 for £24 offer was on. Now that's a great offer. I mean, 4K for £12, you can't go wrong. So the first one that I picked up was one that everyone's been talking about, and people say it's probably one of the best movies being released this year, and it is Cruella. So I'm very interested in seeing this, and so is my wife. It's got a lovely bit of embossing on there as well. I like these little attention to details, which doesn't really matter, but I like them. And so surprised to see this in the 2 for £24 sale, because it's just come out really, and I've always wanted to watch it from the recommendations of a lot of people. I haven't heard a bad thing said about it, and I do like Emma Stone as well. I think she's a great actress. Love her in all our land. So yes, I can't wait to watch that with my wife, and I've checked a bit of it out, and the picture quality on here is absolutely stunning. Has it got Dolby Atmos? Yes, it's got Dolby Atmos, and it looks absolutely amazing. It sounds incredible as well. I think it's set in the 60s, so that's quite a good little twist on it. I know that the movie, the actual Disney cartoon came out in the 60s, so that was a great one to get for me in this price for £12, because like I say, it's just been out a couple of weeks. So that's Cruella. So I had to get another movie in the 2 for £24 sale, and I got this one. I've been looking at this one for quite a while. It's been in a sale, but when there's been other ones that like been a bit better than it, but it's always been on my list to get it. A lot of people don't really care for this movie, and there's a few problems in it. I'm not going to say it's the best movie, but in essence, I kind of liked it, and I had a good time with it. It is Terminator Dark Fate. Now, I put this on, and it looks amazing. The 4K on here just looks stunning. And I thought it would do, because I've watched it on Sky Movies in HD and it looked really good in there. And I'm so glad that they were able to get a really good version of this on 4K. Now, I do think that this movie, like I say, it's just an action movie, and I take it for what it is. It's probably one of the better Terminator sequels after Terminator 1 and 2. I consider most of the other ones to be utter trash or thereabouts. Some of them have a few interesting ideas in, but usually they fall flat in their faces. This one is the best of the bunch, but it does have a few problems. I'm not going to say it's flawless, of course. The thing about it is that the Sarah Connor in this, I find that all she does is just moan through the whole film, and it does get me nerves, if I'm honest. I think that, the way it sort of went, I can understand why she's a bit bitter, but it's just everything seems to be a problem for her, and she's got like the hump with the world. And fair enough, I know it's part of the sort of story arc, but it kind of sometimes grates on you. But I've got to say, the actual Terminator that comes here, this liquid thing, this black sort of tar with an endoskeleton that like follows them separately. I think that's just a great villain. And when you watch it, you think, how on earth are they going to get rid of this Terminator? And obviously Arnie makes a sort of appearance in here as well. So yeah, it's not a bad film, and it looks pretty good on 4K as well. So that's Terminator Dark Fate. So next up, I ordered something from Amazon US. And I tell you what, this has come really quickly. When it actually popped through the door, I thought, you're joking me. This think it must have just been, it's been around, when I looked at the where this has been on my sort of app that tells you where it's come from, this has come from, it's been all over the place. So, and to get it in a good condition, because I've already opened it actually just to check it out, I've actually looked at this movie to see what it looks like. I was just so happy to get it and so surprised that it came so quick. And also I did get it because I was sitting on the fence with these, and I thought I'd missed out and I wasn't going to get any of them. And it was probably on the recommendation of the video I watched from Keith from Euphoria Pictures, when he was breaking these movies down and telling you what he thought of them, that I thought, yeah, I'm gonna go in for that one, because I do find that this movie has always had a bit of a lackluster release, especially in the UK. So the movie I got is Halloween 2. So I've already opened this, and I've already flipped the cover art. I love that Scream Factory put this original cover on here. I love that kind of retro look to it, and I think that that's a great touch, this flippable art. And I think they should do that more with UK releases actually, or when you get a big release from a big studio, they just don't seem to do that. Some of them these days don't even put slipcovers on them, which is a travesty. So in here you get the 4K ultra high definition, you get the Blu Ray, and you also get a DVD of the television cut. Now, when I've looked through these movies, and what I did was I had a comparison with my previous release of Halloween. So this is the US Universal release. And the reason why I'm keeping this release is because it's got the documentary Terror in the Aisles on as a special feature, which isn't on the new release here. And if I'm honest, I've always thought that this one here didn't look the best. In fact, I would say the picture quality on here, it's sharp to a certain extent, but there's a load of white flecks on it. And when I put it on, I was like, oh wow, I'm just that used to when a film gets sort of redone that they take all the white flecks out at least. And it was very off-putting, I found. It gets better as the movie goes on, but it really puts me off actually watching this. Now, when I put this on, just to check it out, in my eyes, I do think that it looks spectacular. It looks the best it's ever looked. It's a leap and bounds above that Blu-ray. The actual old Scream Factory one is pretty good. It's not bad, but this, of course, is just much better. I think the colours are so like warm, actually, but like they're all autumnal, but they're not cold autumnal. If it sounds more like it looks more like a warmy orangey type colour palette to me. And I do find that works for me, and I do think that this is just the best ever that this movie is going to look. And it does have a lot of extras on here, but the extras, like I say, on that one do have that documentary on there, Terror in the Aisles, which is a great documentary. So this has got Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision, and I think that it just works brilliantly on this movie. It's the best it's ever going to look in my eyes, and I do think that my search for the perfect Halloween 2 is over with. Now, you might be wondering where Halloween 1 is, or any of the other ones. My good friend John Hall has secured me a copy of Halloween, and I'm going to get that off him actually when I meet up with him. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we're going to get together, and I'm hopefully going to get on my channel as well, so we can have a bit of a chin wag over on a live stream or something like that. So as you know, I had a very deep hatred of Halloween 3 after seeing it at the cinema and feeling like I was duped into saying, well, where's Michael Myers, and he's not in it. I understand about that now, and on Keith from Euphoria Pictures sent me the Blu Ray over to watch, and to be honest, when I watched it again, you know, with fresh eyes, and just put aside that sort of previous hatred of this movie because of that reason, I did have a great time in the movie. So I understand what it's all about. So I've laid them demons to rest. So will I be picking up any more? So I think I will be picking up Halloween 3 because as a standalone movie, I do think it's a really good movie. It's a really good Halloween movie. Now 4 and 5, I can remember seeing 4 a long time ago, and I thought, is it for me? I don't know. And 5, I don't think I've ever seen it. Now I know that 5 is meant to be not really that good, and I think Halloween 4 is meant to be okay. So I think I will probably get 3, 4 and 5, probably, but I don't know about that at this moment. I would like to think, of course, in the UK you cannot get for the life of you all of the Halloween movies in a good condition, and a good release, a good box set even, which is really frustrating because I would love to get them all in one go when they're done. But anyway, these ones for me, the Halloweens from Scream Factory, are going to be the end of the Halloweens for me, up to 5 if I get them that far. and then I'll see what happens with the other ones. I will be probably collecting the newer ones. I've heard very mixed things about Halloween Kills. I'll probably see that when it comes out, you know, in physical media. Don't think I'll get to see it at the cinema, because my wife would hate to go and see something like that at the cinema. It'd be good to watch her screaming, but you know, she wouldn't get much out of it. So anyway, so that's what I got from the US, and I tell you what, it was so quick, I couldn't believe it actually, and it come in it's exceptional condition. I've left the shrink wrap on like I like to do, and I can't wait to watch this. But obviously I'm going to watch I'm going to get Halloween first before I can get into Halloween 2, because I do like to watch these two back to back or the next day after each other, because I do find they're sort of really a companion piece for each other. Okay, so thanks for watching, you take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.